So what is that? M. What is the definition of technique of definition of yoga? M. What is M? What is M? Patanjali's definition. Chitta, Vritti, Nirodha. Chitta is mind, Vritti is monkey, and Nirodha is mastery. So M. Mastery over the monkey mind is yoga. What is the Vritti mind is doing? Pulling me into anger, fear, worry, tension, depression, anxiety, fear, etc. So M. This is the for getting mastery over the monkey mind. By getting M, we are going to reach the yoga sthiti. So in the shlokas that we chanted, last shloka was Atmani samstitaha. You become established in your self, swastha. You will get established in yourself. That is the last shloka of the chant that we had. Then for that we need techniques. How do we become M? By doing prashamana. What is the prashamana definition? Whose definition is that? Vasishtha. So Vasishtha gives the definition of yoga as technique for M is prashamana. Prashamana means what? Slowing down. What do we slow down? Manaha. For that what we need? Upaya. So mana prashamana upaya. So for prashamana we have 4 yogas, 4 methods. Swami Chinmayananda gave 4 beautiful translation, 4 beautiful English words to translate Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Raja Yoga. Very interesting. If you want YACs, you can write down. Jnana Yoga is path of self-analysis. Use our intellect to go to that state of yoga. Path of self-surrender, Bhakti Yoga. Self-analysis, Jnana Yoga. Self-analysis is, self-surrender is Bhakti Yoga, where I am not there, you are everything. I totally dissolve myself in you, oh Bhagavan, oh my Guru, oh my Master. This is path of self-surrender. Then path of self-control is, what is self-control? I am going to use my willpower to do my pranayama. I use my willpower to sit my yoga. My leg is hurting, but I am going to pull my leg and put it on my head. So it is willpower yoga. What is that? Raja Yoga. Then I am not interested in all these putting the head on the floor or putting the leg on the head and all that. I want to work selflessly. I want to work for the society. I want to work for everyone around me. First I have to take care of myself, then I have to take care of my parents, I have to take care of my society, I have to take care of my nation, I have to take care of my whole world. So what is this work yoga? Convert all our work. Pashyan, Shunman, Sprishan, Jigran, Ashnan, Gachan, Swapan, Shwasan, Pralapan, Visrajan, Grunhan, Manmishan, Namapi, sitting, standing, walking, sitting in the toilet, all the time working. I am in that state. Yogastha, Guru Karmani, path of Karma Yoga. So this is path of self-surrender, self-analysis, self-control, and self-annihilation. So this is the path. So in this sloka called Jnana Yoga Shloka Sangraha, we talked about Jnana Yoga, the path of self-analysis. So in the path of self-analysis, slide right down. Shiparna, this slide. Jnana Yoga Shloka Sangraha slides here.
Yes.
set I have. PPT nahi na. Okay. In the path of Jnana Yoga, there are two major questions that we consider. I am very intelligent. We are all intelligent beings, and today's children are more intelligent than our parents. So intelligence is growing. So I want to use my intellect to reach yoga. And therefore, what is one important thing in our intellect? What is intelligence? What is buddhi? Question. Why, how? This is logical thinking. So in logical thinking, we use two questions. One is, we always use our logic, use our buddhi to ask a question, what makes me happy? What makes me happy? What makes me happy? You are all here because learning yoga and teaching yoga makes you happy. Then there are people who are drunk and they drink alcohol and they are happy. Some people they take drugs and they are happy. Some people study, big professors, teaching physics, chemistry, it makes them happy. Some people lazing away, sitting under the tree, makes them happy. But everybody, we find something to make us happy. To seek happiness is common for all creation, not only human beings, even animals. When they are angry, they eat because that makes them happy. Yeah. Okay. So, happiness analysis is the first question. So what the sages said is, yes, we are all doing that. We are doing many things. But you want to be a yogi. What is yoga? So they said, you just change the question from 4 words to 3 words. What were the 4 words? What makes me happy? Instead of that, what is the 3-word question? They just change the question. What is happiness? Then the whole thing turns around. This is Jnana Yoga. So in Jnana Yoga, we shift our question from what makes me happy, which is the mundane thing that all of us are living for. And instead of that, they change the question and said, you find out what is happiness. Then the whole thing goes around and around. S-VYASA, you have heard, you have learned a lot about happiness analysis. And then we said to change the lifestyle. Next slide. Next. So search for happiness is one question. And what is the next question? Quest for reality. What is the basic stuff of this universe? Is the second question. These are the 2 questions that are addressed in Jnana Yoga. So turning the question from what makes me happy, next slide, to the aim of life is Sukha. We all want to be happy, which is the basic need. Therefore, we have all the entertainment. But what the sages said is, think of a situation. We are given the picture of Kanyakumari there. We all used to live in Kanyakumari before we started this center. Kanyakumari, you know what? It is tip of India, where all the 3 seas meet. What are the 3 seas? Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. Anyway, a small joke. They had constructed this one, Vivekananda statue on the rock, and the day of inauguration was over. So one full year there were a lot of celebrations because every state had contributed 1 crore rupee for this construction. So we started inviting all the ministers, all the chief ministers from all the states, and delegation, and lot of preparation and all that. So once one minister came and our Eknath took him to the shore and said, see, this is the place where all the seas meet, and therefore we have this beautiful statue and all that. Then that minister asked a very interesting question to Eknath. You know, he is a big minister, they have given a lot of donation, and Eknath has to please him. So I said, yeah, which is the Bay of Bengal, which is the Indian Ocean, which is the Arabian Sea, please show me which is which. Is there any difference in the water? Can there be any difference in the oceans? We have given the name, but Eknath has to please the minister. Can you see that greenish water there? This is the Arabian Sea. Can you see the bluish water here? That is the Indian Ocean. Can you see the brownish water here? That is the Arabian Sea. So, that foolishness of this minister to ask which is Bay of Bengal, which is Indian Ocean, etc. Anyway, a small joke. So we all used to be there, and then people come to Kanyakumari for a beautiful scene of the sun setting in the ocean. Because it's such a vast sea at the tip of the land, sun is going down and it touches the water. It is the most beautiful scene for which the tourists come there. And the tourist arrangement people make an arrangement in such a way they arrive in Kanyakumari towards the time of sunset, take them to the shore and see the sunset, then stay in Kanyakumari, then finish all the Kanyakumari tour and then leave the next morning. This is the usual arrangement. So bus is coming, Kanyakumari, some of you have gone there, is at a height, and then bus is coming. They know that sunset time is 6:25, but we are already there in Kanyakumari, 5:45 ho gaya, nothing, no sea is seen. Then 6 o'clock ho gaya, no sea is seen. Where are we going to see the sun, Samudra? Where are we going to see the sunset? Everybody is anxious, anxious, anxious. I have come all the way from West Bengal. I have come all the way from Delhi. Delhi people would never have seen a sea. So much anxiety. I want to see the Samudra. I want to see the sun setting in that beautiful scene for which I have taken all the trouble. So where is the Samudra? Where is the Samudra? Where is the ocean? Where is the ocean? It's already 6:10. Samudra is not seen. Samudra is not seen. Are we going to miss the sunset? Everybody is anxious, 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 anxious. And then in Kanyakumari, the arrangement is such that and the bus is coming. There is a sudden turn. It is going towards the east and then it turns towards the west. So there was no Samudra seen until 6:15. 10 more minutes left. Where is? We are not seeing the ocean. We are not seeing the ocean. We are not seeing the sun. Oh, I think we are going to miss the sunset. Lot of tension. And suddenly the bus turned. The entire ocean. Everybody gets down from the sun. Bus runs to the shore beach, and everybody is seeing, so beautiful, the ocean is there, and sun is seen. Luckily today is a day when there is no cloud, sun can be seen touching the ocean. Everybody is anxious, running to find the same place there. And there, when people land there, what is happening in Tamil Nadu? How many of you are from Tamil Nadu? Sundal. This is when they have their business also. Lot of noise around, everybody running around, and then lot of shore going on. And I have found my place, sun is going down. And then, sun is so beautiful. And the sun has touched the ocean. What an experience. What an experience. Entire shore with thousands of people. You see silent. We used to live in Kanyakumari. We used to only go to the shore to watch that silence of the entire community when the sun touches the ocean. So, what the sage is asking you is, what happened in that moment when you said, aha. What is that state? Please examine your mind. In that moment, all the thoughts about, wow, what's going to happen? Will I see the sunset or not? Will there be clouds? Will there be this one? Why we are not seeing the ocean? That was not happiness. But when this ocean and the sun touched this ocean, that aha time, what is happening in your mind? Mind has touched the deep quietude, deep silence, until another few seconds when thoughts start coming. Wow, it's so beautiful, it's so beautiful. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? What am I going to do tomorrow? Aha is gone, happiness is reduced. The peak of happiness was when the mind became totally silent. The entire Upanishad, the Taittiriya Upanishad, all the Upanishads are describing or giving you methodology, the logical way to reach the state of total inner silencing, which was touched, which was achieved by the Vishayi Sambhoga. What is the Vishaya? Vishaya is the sunset. Vishayi is me. And when the two touched each other, when I wanted to do it, what happened? You reached a state of oneness. The silence inside, silence outside, and entire outside silence, inside silence became one. And that you interpreted as santosha that you got by seeing the sunset. That you interpreted as the santosha you got by eating your beloved jamun. The santosha that you got by beloved music. In fact, Prabhupada goes to the extent of saying that you examine your mind when you are in the embrace of your most beloved person. Mother embraces the baby and I am so happy, baby is happy, I am happy. What is the state of mind in that state? In that state, there is silence which has united us. Yoga ho gaya, oneness aa gaya. This is the analysis that you have to do at all moments of happiness, and that is one of the Jnana Yoga methodology which pushes us into that state by listening to the understanding. That is a very, very, very elaborate logical way of pushing us into that state where you have to go beyond your intellect. Using the intellect to go beyond intellect is the path of Jnana Yoga. Use logic. Finally you have to throw away your logic to go to that state of heightened of awareness. We used to have, how many of you heard of U.G. Krishnamurti? Anyone? U.G.K.? Wow. You have heard of him. You read his books. He is no more. Just passed away 3 years ago. We used to sit with U.G.K. And we used to sit and argue, logic. He was a very good, intelligent person. So question, answer. And I used to sit with him. And there came a day when we went on discussing, arguing. I would ask a question, he would say something. I want to win in my logic, so I would ask the next question. No, sir, it can't be like this, it can't be like that. One day it so happened that 4 hours we were discussing, and he said, then I failed. I couldn't win in the logic, I went into tears. Then he said, this is what I wanted. I wanted you to get frustrated with your logical questioning so that you can give up your logic to go beyond logic. So this is the process of Jnana Yoga. So process where you throw away your logic, using your logic you have to go beyond logic is the path of Jnana Yoga. Then the other question, science and spirituality. Both of us asked one simple basic question. What is that? What is the fundamental, unchanging material of this universe? What is that unchanging material of this universe. This is what science started the questioning also. So we started saying that its entire universe is made of so many varieties of material, and all material they said is made of chemicals, and they first started saying that the entire universe is made of 92 elements. Then they said these 92 elements have got one common factor, that is atoms. Then the atoms were further, there were so many different types of atoms, and all different types of atoms became one single thing. And what is the conclusion of physics today? That the entire universe is made of E equals mc squared. What does that mean? Pockets of energy. The entire universe is made of pockets of energy. So we are all quantum pockets. The entire universe, living, non-living, everything is made of quantum pockets. That is the fundamental basic stuff of this universe. Sometimes it looks like waves, sometimes it looks like particle. This is what the Einstein's discovery. So, but the sage just said, okay, it was very interesting to divide the understand external universe, material universe, but we want to understand what is the fundamentals, the most evolved stuff of this universe, and start understanding what is the common underlying principle. So they started searching the most highly evolved stuff of this universe. Science started searching the outside solid matter and came to the conclusion that the entire solid universe is made of E equals mc squared, energy pockets, quantum pockets. But the sages said, okay, this is fine, but what is prana? What is mind? What is this one? So they started searching the mind. So their whole laboratory was the mind. Using the mind, I search my mind, understand the stuff of this universe by going to understand what is mind, and that's what you are all learning, that mind is made of thinking, thinking made of thoughts, and thoughts are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Thought comes and goes, then that cannot be eternal principle. So is there one background awakeness or awareness which on which the thoughts come and go is the layer of Anandamaya Kosha. This is what you are all understanding as the Panchakosha Viveka. So the solid matter, energy pockets, Annamaya Kosha. Then behind that the prana energy, which makes this Annamaya Kosha do its job. Behind that the mind, thoughts come and go. On the background of my awakeness, I am awake like a screen of a cinema, on which the cinema is running, the Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Shanandamaya, the Pranamaya Kosha, Annamaya Kosha are all doing lot of activity, but I am the unchanging, eternal screen on which the whole activity goes on. So what is that screen? Which Kosha? Anandamaya Kosha. So what is there in Anandamaya Kosha? It is like a screen, clean, white, lit screen, awakeness. On that the thoughts come, that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Right knowledge, wrong knowledge. On that the emotions come, that is Manomaya Kosha. So cinema is going on, lot of bloodshed, lot of activity, lot of violence, lot of love scenes, lot of prema scenes. But does the skin get touched by the bloodshed that happens on the screen? Nothing. So if you are that universal principle, the Ananda, which is the basic stuff of this universe, on which the drama of the life goes on and on and on, is the whole of the understanding. So they arrived at this conclusion which is set in this aha experience. So that basic existence, easiness, consciousness which is possible to come out and be active or be silent. It can manifest or unmanifest. And when it comes to you, it is Ananta, endless, unlimited. Sat Chitra Ananta or Sat Chitra Ananda is the basic stuff of this universe. That is the screen state. So when you start experiencing that oneness of existence, therefore we all become Sachidananda. We are all made of Sachidananda. We are made of Sat Chitra Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss, existence, consciousness, and that unlimitedness. But I think I am limited. I think I am not Ratna. I think I am Anita. I think I am Krishna. I think I am Rahul. So that thinking, if I realize, then lot of logic. No, can I say that I am not Ratna? Go beyond that and recognize that Ananda Sthiti, which is common to all of us, that is yoga. So pushing ourselves through this logic to that state of silence and living in that state is Kaivalya, where one becomes established in yoga sthiti, and that leads to the third definition of yoga, Krishna's definition. What is that? Samatvam yoga. So we reach a state of balance. Because I am that Ananda, same Ananda as all of us. Situations come and go. Nothing can upset me. For therapy participants who are here, I am just concluding by saying that if you can get established in that state of deep inner silence, which you experience not only at the mind level, but at the physical level also. So what we keep telling therapy participants is, wherever you have pain, you go into that spot and feel that rest there, feel that Ananda there, feel that silence there, feel that inactivity there, feel that imbalanced state going away to deep silence in the painful part of the body. And that is the healer within. That is the state of swastha. That is the state of total health. This is the understanding with which we move on. Thank you. Sorry, he asked me to stop at 8.
Hari Om. So yesterday we conducted Himalayan Yoga